Hi, in this video we're going to look at how to use nested for loops to process a table. And so a table, you can think of it like a spreadsheet, or essentially a 2x2, or a row by column or column by row matrix. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to print a very simple multiplication table. In my text I go a little bit farther than that, but I'm going to keep this one short. And then later on in the course, when we look at arrays, I'll demonstrate how to process a two-dimensional array using nested for loops. So here I've printed the first two lines of the times table. And so you see 1 times 1 is 1, 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 2 is 3, and then 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 2 is 2, and 2 times 3 is 4. So let's see how we would recreate a little bit larger than that. We'll go up to 5. So the way we do that is we're going to say for int row equals 1. Row less than or equal to rows, and I'm going to have to go back and create that variable, row plus plus. And then for int column equal 1, col less than columns, col plus plus. So let's go back now that we've done that and add our rows and columns. So we're going to say constant int rows equals 5, constant int cols equals 5. So it's going to be a 5 by 5. So what we're going to do is we're just going to say cout the row times, let's put a space in between those two, the col, and then we'll say do an equal sign, put a space. I'm not sure if the spacing is going to work or not. We'll find out. And then we're just going to multiply row times col, and then an indel. Well, let's not do that yet. Let's see what happens. Okay, so what's going to happen is we're going to start on the inside. We're going to start with row equals 1 and column equals 1. So we're going to get 1 times 1, and then we're going to get 1. Then the inner loop, this loop, is going to increment. So now it's going to be 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 3 is 3, and so forth. And then we'll skip down, and then we'll do 2 times 1, and 2 times 2, and 2 times 3. So let's watch what happens. Oh, alright. So it printed all of them pretty much on the same line, so that's a problem. Plus we didn't stop at 5, so let's fix that. Let me get my compiler back up. Sorry. Nope, that's not what I want. That's what I want right there. Okay, so actually we want to say less than or equal to, so let's fix that. Let's try it again. Taking a moment to compile. Alright, that's better. And now we still have a problem. The problem is that we printed out all on the same line. I'll actually drop down to the next line. So what we need to do is we need to put a indel, a new line, between when the inner loop is finished and the next iteration of the outer loop, so that we get the 1 times, and then a new line, and then the 2 times, and then the 3 times. So let's run that now and see what we get. There we go. It's not lined up perfectly, but you get the idea. We could put a space. Let's add a space right here. Let's try it again. There we go. A little bit better. Still not perfect, but better. 1 times 1 is 1, 1 times 2 is 2, and so on and so forth. So that's the idea. In this case it's a perfect square, so it's kind of easy, but it could be a 2 times 3, 2 rows and 3 columns, 4 rows and 2 columns. It doesn't really matter. The pattern is always the same. The outer loop controls the rows, and the inner loop controls the columns. So that's how you do it. So like I said, in a future video, when we talk about two-dimensional arrays, we'll look at nested for loops again, and I'll show you how to use that to process the two-dimensional array. So with that, we're finished, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.